Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Magnetite iron ore developer Magnetite Mines, ASX code MGT. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the CEO of Magnetite Mines, Stephen Weir. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Matt.
Well, with reserves of high-grade hematite iron ore rapidly depleting and iron ore prices continuing to hold up at uber profitable levels, the market appears to be turning its attention to the lower grade magnetite that can be upgraded at a cost to meet or even exceed the grades of hematite iron ore. Magnetite Mines has a massive magnetite iron ore deposit in South Australia known as Razorback, and more recently was successful in picking up another project nearby known as Mustard Dam. Okay, Steve, let's get into it. How big is the resource at Razorback in South Australia, and what sort of grades can you beneficiate that up to?
4.2 billion tonnes, and we're targeting a high-grade magnetite concentrate at 68.5% Fe.
And have you got an ore reserve there now?
Yes, ore reserve 473 million tonnes.
Okay, so you have completed, as I understand it, a pre-feasibility study on Razorback and you're partway through a DFS. Firstly, what's it going to cost to build the mine?
$500 million US.
And what's the expected mine life?
Around 30 years.
And what long-term iron ore price have you modelled up, and what sort of internal rate of return is it showing?
110 US, which is the long-term average, and an IRR of 19% post-tax.
Okay, and what about the net present value of the project in today's money?
660 million dollars.
And lastly, how much free cash will this thing spit out on average every year for its mine life?
Around $130 million a year.
All right, now 4.2 billion tonnes is a massive resource. Is there any opportunity to expand the mine life or even the annual production levels at Razorback?
Yes, we've just completed an expansion study, and that shows that when we fully expand the project to stage 3, we'll be producing 7 million tonnes of high-grade concentrate per annum, and the project will have an NPV of $2.45 billion Australian dollars, generating a post-tax IRR of 27%.
Now, so the company recently picked up a new project known as Mustard Dam that I understand is not too far from your Razorback project. How many tonnes does Mustard Dam have? How far is it from Razorback, and what's the strategy here?
We have 1.5 billion tonnes, which is a 2004 JORC resource. It's about 110 kilometres up the road from Razorback, and our plan is to start work on that deposit over the next few months and start to see whether we can integrate it into our existing Razorback operations somehow, but it's very early days at this stage.
Stephen Weir from Magnetite Mines, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.